Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Kid Play Soon. In this video, we're going to solve a problem on round robin scheduling. This is the second exercise we are going to solve on the scheduling algorithm. Also, we have the arrival time and burst time given in the table. You already know we are supposed to apply round robin scheduling for this problem, and the time quantum given is 2 units of time. We're supposed to find out the waiting time and the turnaround time for this problem. So let's get started. Now if you can see here, the first process arriving is at 0, that is P1, and the burst time for P1 is 5. As we already know, the quantum is 2. So first we will enter the process P1 from 0 to 2. So how much burst time is still left for P1? 5 minus 2, that is 3, which means 3 more units of time of P1 has to be executed. But before adding this P1 into the ready queue, we are supposed to add two more things. That is, as you already know, it is executed for 2 units of time already. So what all process arrived before or equal to 2, we need to add it to the ready queue, P2 and P3. So adding P2 and P3 to the ready queue. After that, we also have this 3 units of P1 left, right? That's why we'll also add the P1 here. Moving ahead. Next, in the ready queue, we have P2. So executing P2. P2 burst time is 3 and the quantum is 2. Therefore, 1 unit of P2 is still left. So the P2 is executing from 2 to 4. Moving ahead. In between 4 units of time, we need to add what all process are arrived. That is P4 and P5 to the ready queue. Also, we have one more unit of P2 yet to be executed, right? So we will also add P2 to the ready queue here. Yes. Moving ahead, we have P3 in the queue next to be executed. Executing P3. The burst time for P3 is only 1 unit of time and the quantum is 2. Therefore, from 4 to 5, only 1 unit P3 will be executed and P3 is cancelled. Moving ahead, we have P1 in the queue. P1, there is 3 units of time to be executed and the quantum is 2. Therefore, 5 plus 2 is equals to 7, which clearly says that one more unit of P1 has to be executed. Therefore, we will add this P1 here into the ready queue. Moving ahead, we have P4 in the ready queue. Let's execute P4. The burst time of P4 is 2 and the quantum is also 2. Therefore, 7 plus 2, 9. P4 will be executed. Next in the ready queue, we have P5. The burst time of P5 is 3 and the quantum is 2. Therefore, one more P5 has to be executed. 9 plus 2 is equals to 11. We have added one P5 here. Therefore, adding P5 to the ready queue here. Moving ahead, we have P2 in the ready queue. P2, only 1 unit of time is left. Therefore, 11 plus 12, P2 is completed. Next in the ready queue, we have P1 and we also know that only 1 unit of time of P1 is left. Therefore, 12 plus 1, 13, P1 is also completed. Next in the ready queue, we have P5. Only 1 unit of P5 is left. Adding P5 to the execution, 13 plus 1, 14 units of time. So all the process completed their execution in 14 units of time with the quantum 2. So this is how we prepare Gantt chart for this problem. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, make sure you comment below. Also, comment below the number of context switches happened in this entire Gantt chart. Going ahead. Now, as the Gantt chart is already ready, we can note down the completion time or the exit time. Both are same. So P1 completed its execution at P2 completed at 12, P3 completed at 5, P4 completed at 9, P5 completed 14, as you can see in the Gantt chart below. So based on the completion time and arrival time, we can calculate turnaround time. 13 minus 0, 13, 12 minus 1, 11, 5 minus 2, 3, 9 minus 3, 6, 14 minus 4 is equals to 10. So this is how we calculate turnaround time. Moving ahead, once we get turnaround time, with using turnaround time and burst time, we can calculate waiting time. That is 13 minus 5, 8, 11 minus 3, 8, 3 minus 1, 2, 6 minus 2, 4, 10 minus 3, 7. So this is how you calculate turnaround time and waiting time for all these processes. So in case you need to find average turnaround time, average waiting time, all you need to do is to sum the values for each process divided by total number of process. I hope you can do that. That's it from my side. Thank you so much. Bye bye.